Okay, next up, what should be a very short video. We're talking about two CSS properties, accent color and caret color. The accent color is, by default, this stuff. The colors that you get behind the checkbox, behind the radio buttons, in your range selectors. The caret color is the cursor that's blinking inside here. That's the caret. So what color that blinking cursor is going to be inside of any sort of text field, or if you've got an HTML element that is set to editable equals true. Technically, accent color should apply to progress bars, but that's still a work in progress. If you look down in the description, there's a link to a video I did specifically about how to style progress bars, so it's a little bit different. But we're going to focus on these two properties right here. So let's jump right into our web page. We've got an input type equals checkbox, radio, range, and type equals text. And in the CSS, I've got a bunch of default CSS just for the color scheme to switch between light and dark, some default values, and we're using the keyword auto in these three places. So for checkboxes, radio buttons, and range, we've got the accent color set to auto. Here, if you're interested, the progress bar link is inside the code here as well, which is also linked to in the description. So auto is the default, and that just means it's the user agent selected color. Whatever the user agent says the accent or the caret should be, that's the color you're going to get. So it's going to vary depending on which operating system, which browser you're using, but we're going to override that. So inside here, I'm going to add a little bit of CSS. I'm going to say, let's set up a variable, make it a little bit faster for us. We're going to, faster for ourselves, I'm going to create a variable called CLR for color, and we'll set that to gold. We'll start with that. This is going to be our accent and caret color. So I'm going to replace the auto with var CLR, var CLR, and var CLR. Now, before I save this, just want to jump back, take a look. So blue everywhere. As we type here, the cursor, the auto is white. So it's this pale blue color for all these and a white cursor. I save that, come back, and there we are. The cursor blinking is now yellow, and we have this, or gold, and we have the gold colors for all of these. Wonderful. Simple enough, easy to do. And if you are using color schemes like the light and dark, and you want to be able to change this color depending, because if I get my settings here, so I'm on Mac OS, I go into the settings and I switch from dark to light mode, and I jump back into the browser, I still have this gold color here and the gold color here. That's really hard to see on a white background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this by just changing my variable. I'm going to use a media query right here. So we'll say @media prefers color scheme light. So my default, I did everything as if it were dark, and if it's light, then what we're going to do is we're going to change this and say main color, or sorry, not main, root. So this is being overwritten here. So default is gold, but if they prefer a light color scheme, then CLR is going to be, and let's just do a light green color, kind of a lime green color. And in my system settings, I toggle to light, and there it is. I didn't have to change anything else. I can just leave it as is with these two variables defined, or the two different values for the same variable defined. And as I toggle between these, it just automatically changes all those colors for me. And I can use that same variable in other stuff as well in the page. It doesn't have to be just these properties. We could come in here and say, you know what, the H1 element up in the top there, I'm going to use that for my color as well. So var CLR. There we are. And as we toggle, it just changes back and forth. All right, and that's it. That's all there is to accent color and caret color. Once again, the code is linked to in the description, as well as the link to that other video about styling progress bars. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. I'll answer as many as I have time for. And as always, thanks for watching.